What's going on, guys? Welcome to a new video. My name is Wiz, and today we're gonna go ahead and look into the account. And hope you had a good day. If you looked at last video's choices, which I hope you did because I got most of them right, then you got lucky and we made some money. As of right now, if you're new here, I am an artist. This is still a channel that has to do with art. But like I stated on the first video, this is going to be a side quest, and we're going to try to grow this account to $1,000. If I can teach myself how to do this within a span of 5 months, I think that I can go a little bit riskier and a little bit more into it with bigger amount of money. And I think that's the goal. Obviously, this is a game of probability, not a game of guessing. And if you're going to guess and just give out your money and think that nothing is being done here and we're just giving out our money to price picks, we're not doing that. We're trying to get the picks based on logic, not on emotion. And I think that's one of the main things that you have to understand with this. Today is Tuesday, November 4th, I believe. I don't know. Let me see. I don't even know what days we're in. Oh, yeah, November 4th. So, being that it is Tuesday, this is going to be the third video for this series. Like I stated, I will be creating videos every Tuesday and Sundays and being given and sharing with you the picks I make for that day. So you can kind of go ahead and skip into the time step on the video right now. So you can, if you don't want to like watch all the japping or how I come up with these picks, you can always skip to the time step on the video right now so you can kind of take a look and make your own choices. Understand that this is not for sure, that you can lose all your money. I mean, and this is where I'm going to talk about, that is what I'm going to talk about today, in a sense of if you want to lose or not want to lose. If you lose, I would say this is the only way to lose because it will at least put you in the right direction in a sense of your judgment. And that's the main thing, right? We don't want to give our money to the fucking casino, which is price picks. We don't want to lose our money quickly. So if we do get to a point where we're losing, we want to win more than we lose. So yeah, guys, we'll get into the picks shortly for today, but into the topic of losing, right? So yesterday, I did not have my best. I would say I didn't have my best picks, and the reason being is because I lost just by 0.5, and I think that anytime that you are losing, and every time you're betting, your judgment, you want it to be at a higher rate, than and you want it to be closer to winning than losing. So yesterday, I actually put in 5 parlays, and I lost on a 6 pick choice due to Levine. And I kind of was watching the game. I mean, I wasn't just sitting down and watching it. I was doing other things, but I was kind of going into the game and going out of it because it was an interesting game against the Denver Nuggets. And I did believe that it was going to be a high scoring game, which it was. It was a high scoring game. And being that, I thought that Levine was going to have a good game. And honestly, this was his worst game. So I did put a Goblin 17.5, and this is the thing about betting, right? Like you can always get these choices wrong. But at that 17.5, you would think that he would have a at least 20 points, right? But no, he ended up having 15 points. And this is where I go with this. This is where I'm going with this. So if you are going to lose, I would rather you lose on a 0.5 or something that is very close to the hitting point, and don't feel bad about it because that means that your judgment is in the right way. He just had an off night. I'm pretty sure the next game he's going to score over 15 points. So what I will do, hopefully that 17.5 bet is available, and I don't know if they play tonight. So if they play tonight, we're gonna go ahead and choose him. But this is something that you have to keep in mind, that if there's a way of losing, as long as you're losing by a little bit, you're in the right track. You know, you're in the right track of making choices and choosing your players. So for me, the losses that I've had, for example, and I'm gonna go ahead and look at the lineups that I had that I actually lost. And for example, yesterday we lost 4 out of 5. So like I said, we lost 4 out of 5. It wasn't the best day yesterday. We ended up winning the last lineup of the night, with which I placed based on the knowledge that I knew that Reach was not gonna play, and that Luka was not gonna play, and knowing that I could easily bet on people like Smart and people and Rui Hachimura. To me, those are reasonable bets, were reasonable bets, and I ended up winning my money. And I believe I did a 3.2x. So on the last lineup, I 3x my money, because on a 5 pick choice, because I already I felt very confident that that would happen, just because the fact that Luka was not going to play. I knew Rui Hachimura was going to get more looks, and he ended up having, I believe, let me see how many points. He ended up having let's see, 28 points. So I already knew that was gonna happen. It was a high probability of that occurring. And then PRA, he had 33 yesterday. And this is the thing, is like, and they ended up winning. And I think that you have to understand that, like I said in the last video, you have to be patient, right? So some people probably got burned in the fact that if you put a under for Rui Hachimura when you thought that Luka and Reese was gonna play, you're gonna get burned. So that's one of the things that I shared in the other video. You have to be patient. You have to do your due diligence, do your research, and see hopefully that you can get the correct result. So yesterday, like I said, we lost 4 times out of the 5 parlays. And I will share with you where I lost, right? So I lost on the 6th pick, like I stated, due to Levine, and I'm gonna share it with you on the screen. So AJ Green, right now AJ Green is getting disrespected. As long as they keep disrespecting him, I'm gonna keep taking that 5.5 points, which is an easy choice. For the most part, he's secure. I was kind of worried in the first half, just because he did get on he got 3 personal fouls, so they did take him out. So he only played for 7 minutes. But then the second half, he literally had a 3-point shot. He took a 3-point shot in the first minute, and then he got into rhythm and scored a couple of points, which got him over the 5.5 points bet. Zach Levine, like I stated, was the only one that I got wrong, which was over 17.5. He only had 15 points. So if you understand players, right? More so Levine. I particularly thought that he was gonna have a night off, like eventually, because he'd been scoring 30 points for probably the first couple of games. So I think they played like 5 games already, 6 games. And for most of those games, he scored over 30 points. And I kind of felt that he was going to eventually have a game that was going to be bad, but not this one. So obviously he did. So that messed me up. Subak, 24.5 PRA is pretty good. He's rebounding the ball. He's scoring. So Sar is another player that I'm keeping my eyes on, because he's very undervalued, but he does have very slow nights where he doesn't score a lot of points. It's just the style of the game. So this one was a high-paced game. They did stay in the game for a while, so it allowed him to get to 34 PRA. But Jalen, like I stated, so Jalen Duran, 9.5. Let me see. I'm trying to get this. 9.5, he ended up having 14 points. Not bad. I kind of did think that he will have a good game, just because I don't know who's the center for Memphis. And Memphis is not a good defensive team, so I do feel like he will get anywhere from 15 to 20 points. He ended up getting 14, and that's why I ended up betting 9.5 just to be in the sure side. And Sabonis, 13.5 assists and rebounds. Sabonis is a rebound machine, so that was a very sound bet. But like I said, if there's a way that you would be okay losing by, is this way. Make sure that you're not making dumb bets, that you're using your brain to think, that understand that anything can happen any night, but you want to make sound bets. For example, I lost a three pick power play with KD and Tim Hardaway, and Hardaway missed by point 0.5. That's a sound bet. You would think that he would at least score anywhere from 7 to 9 points, more so because Sacramento is a high-paced team. He didn't. It wasn't his night. He only shot the ball 4 times, I believe. And then the last one where I did a 4-pick power play, which I lost because of Pope. Again, I lost on a 5.5 points. If you look at his stats, he's been scoring over 5 points for the last couple of games. I guess he wasn't shooting the ball this game either. He only had 2 points, but I'm okay with that because it is a sound bet in my eyes, because he will not have a 2-point game more than likely the next game. So if that option is available, I will go ahead and choose it. So yeah, guys, I mean, that's the bottom line. And if you're going to lose, don't be losing by big ass margins. I do have one here that I kind of do regret making it, but in my head, everything was kind of like, okay, this can happen, and this is going to be a reasonable bet. But I would say, like I'm still trying to kind of bend the rules in a way. I still bend the rules in a way, because if you take a look at the first video, we were just sticking to 2 to 3 players, but this is another 6-pick lineup that I got wrong. So Julian Randle, I did think he was going to score about 20 to 25 points. He scored 19 points, so I lost that bet on there by 0.5. Zach LaVine, PRA, like I said, he had an off night. So when a player has an off night, which is normal, everything's gonna be messed up. So I did believe he was gonna have anywhere from 25 points to 7 rebounds and like 2-3 assists. He ended up having a PRA total of 24, so I lost that one. Laurie, the center for the Jazz, I thought that he was going to have a good rebounding game and at least 5 to 6 assists. Didn't happen. I got 31, so I got it wrong. He only had a 31 total for the night, and his PRA was over 33.5. AJ Green got it right. Everything else, I think I got right as well. So, well, AJ Green I got right, and then Tim Hardaway again with that 5.5 messed me up, and Reeves didn't play, so that didn't count. So the 6th pick became a 5-pick, but like I stated, tonight we're going to go ahead and go back to the basics. I might do just one lineup of 6 picks based on the previous choices that I make, just to see if I hit it. But we're not going to put a lot of money on there. We're just going to put anywhere from $2 to $4 into it. But the remaining of the balance is going to go towards those 2 to 3 pick players, 2 to 3 pick play lineups. So we're gonna go from there, and I'm gonna give you an update on my account at the moment. So you did notice that you will notice how much I have in the account at the moment, which is $111.10. And I've already put in a lineup for last night, because I totally forgot that I had to do this video this morning. So I have a lineup open for a 3-pick. Put in $5. The payout is $10.50 for 3 players that I think that are they probably would get this, and more so because of the teams they're playing. And Josh Giddey getting over 17.5. I think that this is gonna be a high-paced game. If you've seen any of the games this season between Philadelphia and Chicago, Philly starts very hot. They had a 40-point first quarter against Brooklyn. So I think that that's going to be kind of the same style of game. So Josh Giddey plays fast too, so I think that he'll have anywhere from 22 points to 30 points today. Oubre, he started very hot last game. I think he had like 19 points on the fourth quarter, 22 points, I think. So 9.5 is kind of a bit disrespectful. I don't think he'll slow down just because of the style of the Chicago Bulls. So I think he'll have anywhere from 17 points. I'd say anywhere from 13 to 20 points. Wagner, the forward for the Orlando Magic. He's a hot starter. I think that he'll score anywhere from 21 to 25 points today. So I do expect this to be a win. Honestly, I will be lying to you if I think that I'll lose on this one. But 2.1 multiplier, your 2x in your money. I believe I can get this and get that and put me in the right direction towards the goal for today, which is still $6.03. So as of right now, I'm gonna give you the stats. So like I said in the last video, you gotta gamify your process and your progress. If you gamify it, even if you're not a gaming person, if you gamify it, I mean, you're gonna have more fun and you're not gonna be so like at the edge of the fucking of the result, trying to see if you're going to win or not, and you're not gonna feel so emotional and attached to the result. Because at the end of the day, we don't control the fucking result as much as you want to be like, oh, I'm watching the game, and because of that, a player's gonna do good. No, they don't know who the fuck we are. They don't care. They're gonna play their game, and sometimes they have good games. Sometimes they go based on go on their projection, and sometimes they underperform, and it is what it is, right? So at the moment, and I'm reviewing the stats here because, like I say, I'm tracking this every single day, and it's easy for me because we only have 5 lineups to track for the most part, or 3 or 2, depending on how much I've put into the lineup. So as of today, we have 17 wins, 14 losses. Yesterday I had 16 wins and 10 losses, but obviously since we lost 4 of our picks yesterday, that added to the 4 losses in one hit to the loss column. So my winning average at the moment is 54%. My goal is 75%. We're trying to get that to 75%, which I think is doable. Yesterday I was at 60%. I was about, let me see, 61%. So it happens. You're gonna have days where things you get losses by 0.5 or you get losses by a couple of points. I mean, it happens. It is what it is. But we're trying to get it back today. So today the goal is to at least get 75% of the wins. So if I put 4, 3 of them I need to get right for me to stay on track, or which I think I'm gonna stay for 4 parlays today. So the track is to at least get 3 of them right, so we can add to the win column and we can add to the momentum. And that's why I say at the end, I'm kind of glad that I ended up the night with a win, because it did chop off and stop that losing streak. So for today, hopefully we can get some wins and we start off the night with a win and we keep it on and we get 3 wins at least. So today we're doing 4 parlays and we're going to take a look at what we have available. And the goal for the account of this as of today should be $112.21. So for day 8, I should have had, I'm sorry, for day 8, I should have, well, I'm sorry, for yesterday. So I should have, as of yesterday, $112.21. So for 7 days, if you started with me, if you started the goal with me, or you started the goal with me, remember we had 160 days to get to $1,000. So at this very moment, we should at least have $112.21 on our bank on our balance sheet. And today, I have $111.10 due to the fact that I put a early parlay yesterday night, and which was for $5. So I had $116.10, which still does put me over my balance. So I'm in a good track right now. So this is the thing you have to think about. The losses don't really matter as long as you're on track. So all those losses really don't matter as long as you have what you need on your bank account. or on your balance. I'm gonna keep calling it bank account, on your balance. So keep that in mind. I mean, I'm on a good trajectory, and I want to keep it that way. And that's by me being conservative some nights, where I just go all goblin. I don't even care for the regular bet, because it's very in the middle, you know. And then once in the middle, you have a 50% of losing, 50% of winning, and I want to put my odds towards more of me winning. You know, I don't want to just give out my money, and that's something that I keep emphasizing, because sometimes we get carried away because we believe we know more than what we know, and it doesn't work like that. So I would rather you put a big amount of money online and at least get maybe 40% of that original amount, then trying to double or triple or quadruple your money and losing it all. You know, it doesn't make sense to me. So if you're trying to make crazy bets and all of that, this wouldn't be the channel for you, right? So let's go ahead and start off with, I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen with you guys, so you can kind of go with me and make those choices for today. And I hope we win some money tonight. So like I said, if you go back on the video and you take a check and take a look at the choices I made for the last video, which was this past Sunday, which I can definitely share with you, and see how we did, so you don't know I'm just fucking talking shit. Let me see. So that was November 2nd. Was it November 2nd? I think it was. Okay. So that was November 2nd. So out of the lineups that we put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put 5 lineups, we won 4 of them. So if you betted on any of these, you won money. And if you betted identically how I did it, because all of these picks were based on, for one, they were under the radar. 2, like I stated, the only one that I was really kind of worried about at some point was Darts, because he was really playing horrible against San Francisco's defense. And to me, I was like, bro, like, how? You're playing home, you're playing against a depleted defense. But it was very under, like, I did believe I was going to lose that, but thankfully we didn't. He got 191. He had like a 30-yard touchdown at the end of the on the fourth quarter, and that's what got it over the 161. But everything else I felt very confident about. And yeah, we were able to win some money on Sunday. We only got one choice wrong out of all the choices, which was Bo Nix, and that was on a 6-pick parlay. So if you take a look, you can go into the last video. I'm not going to post that on here. I mean, I'm posting it on the screen for you guys to see the wins, but you can go ahead and to the last video, and you see that these are the picks, you know. And hey, we got a 4 out of 5. That's a good day. So for today, I mean, I hope we have another good day, so you guys can kind of understand where these picks are coming from, why I'm choosing them, and you can also make your own judgment. Like I stated, do not over leverage yourself. Do not go to the moon. Don't try to go to the moon in one hit. I would say do that maybe once a week, like I told you at the beginning of the week, of the series. You can do it for once a week, once or twice. But if you're doing this every day and you're trying to get one every single day, more than likely you're going to lose it, because you're going away from your discipline. So to me, we're getting back to the basics, getting back to the 2 to 3 player pick, and I'm gonna be okay with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and okay, guys. So yeah, as you can see, we have $111.10 at the moment. Yesterday, I did kind of created a lineup, which was Skitty, Uber, Junior, Wagner, 3-pick power play for a 3x, I believe, or 2x, 2.1x. Yeah. So these are the current lineup that I chose based on what I saw yesterday, because I totally forgot that I was going to do a video this morning. I still have not gotten used to creating videos every week. So we're gonna go ahead and look at what they have available today. It is Tuesday, I do expect there to be some type of taco, but maybe they don't do it today because they probably lost a lot of money last week. I would think so. I mean, on a Tuesday, usually they do have a taco special. They might put it out later, but I don't see it. Usually that's the main one that is being um, kind of pushed in that on the platform. So at the moment, I'm gonna stick to two to three choices based on the games for today. Let's see what we have available. So let's see what we have. So these are the upcoming games for tonight. Charlotte, Orlando, Philly, Milwaukee. So let me go ahead and take a look at what Milwaukee has, because I think that green, because I'll go with green. You see, they keep disrespecting my boy, and I'm going to keep taking it. 5.5 against Toronto. I don't see why he wouldn't get this. More so because he's a starter. And I think that this is where a lot of people are missing it. If he's starting, he's going to at least get some shots. And he's a shooter, so he'll at least get 6 points. So I'll go with green, 5.5. I'm going to go with Oubre. Let me see, Oubre 14 points. Let me take a look at his. So Oubre has been scoring over 14 points in the last couple of games. I don't expect him to slow down, but I'll go with the more secure one, which is, let me see, and I can't even switch this. So you see, yesterday I got that for 9.5. Today I can't even bet on him. So I'm not going to do that. Maxi, 45 point. So Maxi been playing pretty good. But last game, if we would have bet on him, I think like you would have lost, because I do feel that he was on a pace to go over 39.5. But shit, they were winning at some point by like the last couple of minutes, they were winning by a blowout. So you see, if you take a look at this, I can't even adjust this anymore. 21.5, I can't even go lower and under. So for me, I made a good choice yesterday by betting on them and being able to adjust that, because you can't do it today anymore. So that was a given. And this is one thing that I want to share with you, because a lot of people don't notice it. And I've noticed it just because I'm doing this every single day, that some days you do have availability right away. And when you have availability of players right away after the night is over, they do have some good deals on there. Because 14 points for Oubre, while he can get that, you're still in the middle, or like, for example, Tyrese, 27.5. He can still get over 27.5, but you still are in the middle. So let me go ahead and go for Giddey and his PRA and see if I can adjust that. Oh, there's the taco. Okay. 33.5 taco for Giddey. I'm going to go. That should be an easy one, man. Does this 2x my money? It does. Okay. I'm going to put money on Giddey today, and I'm going to put a big balance on him. So I don't really have to go and... This is the thing. I already betted $5 yesterday. I don't have to... I'm pretty sure that this can happen. So if we put... I don't want to put everything, but I'll put $6. So $6 will put me... I'll put $6.50 on there. $6.50. $6.50 will put me at the balance that I want to make for today, which is $6.03. So we are going to stick with this. I do feel that he'll get at least 35, anywhere from 35 to 36 PRA, just because of the high tempo of that game. That is my expectation. I'll be highly disappointed if they have a slow ass game, but like I stated, I'll take my risk on that. 750, I think it's a sound bet. AJ Green 5.5. Let's go ahead and put in the lineup. Okay. We got two lineups set. And like I stated last time, hockey. Hockey always has also a goalie saves. Let's see. Mm, they're playing Boston. Yeah, I put this more so because yesterday I had put on a screenshot, taking a screenshot of, I think Toronto played Boston, and Boston took so many shots on Toronto, and then the goalie for Toronto had like 22 blocks or 22 saves, I mean, in the first quarter. So if you know anything about hockey, they're three quarters. I think they're 20 minutes each. And it's a very high pace game. So these goalies get shots on or get shotted on a lot. But sometimes, like I stated on my first video last week, it just depends the pace on how that team plays. But for the most part, it is a high paced game, and they at least get exposed to anywhere from 15 or 20 shots a game. 18.5 is a sound bet. I don't have a problem with that. Let me see this guy, Philadelphia. Where's that guy from? Let me see. So this guy yesterday didn't get shot a lot. Swayman, I think he only had like 6 shots against in the first quarter, but he ended up getting. No, it's not the same guy though. Okay, or maybe I'm not getting the teams correct, but I'll keep the Sorokin from the Islanders as an 18.5 goalie save. I think that's a sound bet. More so if you look at his averages, 18 was the only one where he did under 18.5. I think it's sound, but I'll keep it like this. I'll keep it on my lineup at the moment, but we might not after all end up getting it depending on what the payout is with the other ones combined. This probably will be a 3-pick play, so I'm gonna get AJ Green again. And like I said, there's nothing fancy about today other than the aspect that we want to win. Okay, so we'll AJ, we'll put Green, and then go back to his points. That puts me at a 1.5 multiplier. So I'm assuming if I get the Giddy pick, Giddy, that gives me I would say 2.5 maybe? 2.6, okay. 2.6. And then I'm gonna see what else I got on here. LaMelo Ball, 15 rebounds, and assists. That's a sound bet I would feel like, but you can't go any lower. Let's see, Giddy. Bro, if Giddy slows down, and I want you guys to see this because 33.5 is very reasonable. And I think that a lot of people can win this way. Look at this. The last 1, 2, 3, 4. The last 4 games, he only had a bad game. And not even a bad game. He under 33.5 on the 25th, which was Orlando, which was, I think, the beginning of the season. But ever since 36, 40, 51, 47, I expect him to be anywhere from 40 to 45 today. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I do feel okay with this bet. So that's a 3 lineup bet. Let me see if I feel any more. Let me see who plays tonight. Phoenix. Clippers play tonight. Subak. Let me see at Subaks, because Subak is a very under the radar player. But nah, let me stay away from him. Because why? Because it's the OKC and those centers, Holmgren and Hardenstein. They're probably gonna give him a hard time. So nah, let me not fuck with that. Totally forgot about that. Let me see. Charlotte, Orlando. Okay, Orlando, yeah, has this another player, Black. If he has 5.5 points as a bench player, then I'm gonna go with him. 9.5, 8.5, 7.5. I feel like he can get that 7.5. More so it's because ATL. Let me go. So this is the only 4 pick, because I do feel very confident about the Ilya Sorokin goalie. And let's see how much. 3.6. Let me see if it makes much of a difference. I will remove Sorokin, and that gives me a 2.75. So now, I mean, this is what I'll do. I'll do only $3, and we're gonna go with Sorokin. Because if we do end up losing this, we don't want to lose a lot. So let's see. Goalie saves Sorokin. Even lower. 3, 10. And if we win this one, we'll hit our $6 goal as well. But understand that we're trying to minimize our risk of losing. And I'll put 360 just to make the number even remaining on my account. And that's it for today, guys. So my lineups for today, so you can kind of take a look at them. There are 3 lineups only at the moment. And I say at the moment because I still have some money to spend or to invest in this. So I got 360 plus 650 gives me 39, about 1010 plus 5, that's $15. So I have about $4 to spend, right? I'm gonna go ahead and wait until the evening, until later, to see if there's another taco special that comes available, and I'll put my last lineup on that, and then I'll mix that with 5 different picks based on this. So at the moment it's like 10 in the morning. So throughout the day they usually do release another taco special. So I'll go ahead and see what that is and leave it to the end for me to actually go ahead and bet for that last parlay, which is still within the 5 pick. The 5 parlay limit that I have for today. Today, like I stated, since we lost yesterday and we did end up getting that win at the end of the night, I'm just trying to win all of them today. So these are very sound bets based on the information that we have for today. Giddy under 33.5, I do feel it's not a give me because he can get injured and that's it. But it's very sound, and we're trying to minimize the risk and go more so where the information is and as close as possible to getting a win. So if we're putting this amount of money out, we get about 23. If we get these 3 lineups alone correct, we get 10, 23 plus 12, 35, about $35 for today. So we'll definitely hit our mark for today. So you keep that in mind. We're trying to minimize losses, but if you do lose, don't feel bad about yourself. As long as you're losing close, you're going to win eventually, you know. And if you're following this, we're barely on chapter 3. We're barely on episode 3 of this series or this little content thing that I'm making. We're just starting off, man. And I think, like I stated on the first video, It's about not losing our money, staying disciplined, and eliminating emotion from this. Because once we eliminate emotion from this, you're able to control yourself, you're able to control your what ifs, and you just stick to what you got, and you stay focused, and you do what you're doing and keep going at it. But yeah, guys, I hope you have an amazing day. I'll do another one on Sunday, which will have the whole weeks. So from today, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we'll have all those 5 days of results. That is going to be a very long video, probably another hour to an hour and a half, because I do see that those videos take a while. More so if I want to give you the information. If I didn't give a fuck, I just post it on there, 5 minute video, get the fuck out. But no, I think this is important because you kind of see, at least for the people that want to understand what the fuck we got going on here. And if it is money and you're starting to grow from the bottom to make it something, sometimes this is the work, or this is the process that a lot of people skip just because you don't want to make the work. But I think that me teaching myself on how to be like this with this particular thing, it's kind of bleeding out to other things in my life. So I'm becoming more aware of my schedule with my art, deadlines, and all these different things that I got going on. So if you can like teach yourself how to be disciplined with it, with this, which is with there's a lot of variables that are in play here, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna get better in other areas of your life as well. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, put on the notification bell, and I appreciate the new subscribers because I have seen that the algorithm has not pushed my content a lot, but for the small amount of views that it's getting, and me getting any form of subscribers, which I have from this particular videos, it does tell me that there is people out there interested in growing their money through betting, because we like fucking sports, and that's all it is. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care. Peace.